magic and you enjoy the show. There are no rules, it's all about the guess. This is the No Name Trivia Show, where points don't matter at all, at all, at all. Yes, the No Name Trivia Show, where points don't matter at
You can get it driving a DB5. You can get it chatting caramel jive. You can feel it coming on about 8. A hard-earned thirst for trivia needs a big trivia show. And the best trivia is No Name. The No Name Trivia Show. You can get it spinning. You can get it fooling. You can get it telling jokes, so... Wow! Look out, we're starting now. Lord Joseph, who have we got on the show tonight?
I'm glad you asked. We've got Danny McMaster. He's an entertainer and impersonator.
And now, here he is in the studio, Lord Joseph.
Oh, it's me. Somewhere. Where am I? Oh, yep. Gotta go this one. Oh, dearie, dearie. It's Monday night, and it is the No Name Trivia Show once again. And I am so very excited tonight. We have got a guest who hasn't been on for a while, and I believe I'm actually going to go and share the page back on Facebook so we can find it. I'll do that in a minute, but I'll bring everybody on. We've got, let's see, we've got Volty, we've got Kevin, and we've got Danny. I'm going to bring Danny's microphone on. Welcome to the night, Volty. How's things down at downtown Corrimal?
Well, it'd be good if you turn that bloody music off, because I can't hear you.
I can hear you quite well.
Sorry, what you say, Volty?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Kevin. Yes, good afternoon or good evening, good morning to everybody over in Europe and America. Mr. Joseph, Lord Kevin, Danny Master, it's I, Bolty from Corrimal. And just remember, as we always say, Corrimal, it's just a great place to be.
It's great.
Yeah. Okay. It's nice that Danny was laughing at that one.
You didn't introduce the other my co-host here.
What's your pussy's name again?
Hetty.
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 That's right.
Oh.
Hetty.
Hetty.
The how's things down in the undisclosed place over in the UK there?
Kevin.
What are you saying, Joe? I lost the thread.
What's it like over there in the UK, Kevin?
Beautiful. Proper summer.
Is that all you got?
Yeah.
Well, proper summer, but English summer, isn't it? Like 13 degrees Celsius?
No, it is 2 months without rain.
2 months.
Oh, wow. That's not proper English summer.
See, look, Kevin, when I ask you how it is down over there in the UK, I expect something as long as what Bolty had. But okay, there we go. And Danny, how are things where you are? Because I heard that I got it wrong.
What's that?
You're in you're in Queensland, is that
I'm
right?
in Queensland. It's the Gold Coast. It's I'm at a place called Talai. I live at.
Talai.
But it's Mudrabar is the town that's about less than 2 k's from me, and our family moved here in 1958, and so I've been all around the world and what have you, but I keep coming back here, and I've lived here in my dad's house for the last 13 years. So, and it's just wonderful. I live on a 700-meter cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
On 2 acres, so, and a lovely old house, and it's wonderful. It's a bit cool. We're now winter, but for Queensland it's cool because generally we're warm all year round. So you can wear short sleeves and shorts during the day and stuff like that. But then about 4 o'clock you sort of got to put your jumper on. So,
Put the jumper on. Not like where Joe is in Canberra. You've got to have your jumper on, all day, Danny, all day.
And your long johns.
Yes, that's right.
I wouldn't doubt that very much. I've been to Canberra, and it's not a place I want to go back to. So.
Goodness me.
As far as the weather's
tonight's theme is pick on Joe.
No, it's not.
We can't pick on Joseph. I do want to say something. Joseph, made the trip from Canberra to Wollongong on Friday to come to my mother's funeral. So I'm not going to bag him out tonight. Okay, I'm not going to bag him out in the next 5 minutes. Okay, until he does on this day.
Oh, calculator ready.
Hopefully, I've now shared it or put a thing to everyone. So hopefully, people will actually have a look at the show now.
This doesn't come up.
So, what I might need to do is just to show you what tonight is being brought to you by. So here we go. And of course, it didn't want to show, did it? So let's do it again. And tonight's show is being brought to you by famous movie quotes. Oh, now that could be interesting.
There you go.
Yeah,
I wonder if just before we get going, Danny.
Yes.
Do you reckon you could say the famous quote from what's it called? The Italian, the one with Michael.
The Italian Job, is that what you're talking about?
Italian Job, yes. Can you say? Could you say the Michael Caine one? Yeah.
Michael Caine. Yeah. Well, I told you, I don't want to blow the bloody doors off.
So that's going to be the feeling of the night. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So we're going to have some great quotes, and you've got to work out the movie it comes from or who said it. Let's find out. Hang on, let's take that one out. Remove. I can remove at any time. Let's find out what the rules are. Here we go.
The No Name Trivia Show. Hey, what are the rules of that?
Rule number 1. There are no rules. Just enjoy.
Just enjoy? What's rule number 2?
Rule number 2. The points don't matter.
Really? The points don't matter? What's rule number 3?
Rule number 3. Wrong answers are okay when we ask for them.
Is there a rule number 4?
Sure. Rule number 4 is the trivia really doesn't matter because it's all about our guests. And now, back to the studio. I don't know. I just said something.
There we go. That was the rules for the show. And so you know what the rules are now. Danny, did you know what the rules were?
I'm very familiar with the rules now that I didn't know what the rules were before. But now I am very familiar. And
Well, you're one up on me, Danny. I still don't get it.
none the wiser, and I don't want to be.
No, you don't need to. So
No.
literally, just remember, there's no rules.
No rules.
So could Trump kind of give us an idea what the rules were, Danny?
Well, there are no rules. Apparently, rule number 1 is there are no rules. Rule number 2 is refer to rule number 1. And you'll all have a great time. I assure you'll have a great time. This is the only place in the world to have a great time because I'm here and I always have a great time wherever I go. I don't have any rules myself, and I just applaud the No Name trivia game, trivia show as having no rules because that suits me right down to the ground.
Thank you very much, Mr. Trump.
But Mr. Trump, I need to ask you
fake
something.
rules, fake nothing, fake everything. Let's have everything fake. Who cares?
Mr. Trump, I just have to ask you one thing. What's it like in China?
China? I have to tell you about China. I have a lot to do with China. You know, they tried to kill me. I remember in Butler, Pennsylvania. You remember I was standing on that stage and I was telling the people some very important news, and I remember looking across the field. And there was a man on a rooftop, and he's laying on the rooftop, and he's looking through a big magnifying glass that was attached to a rifle. I didn't see the rifle at the time. I just saw the magnifying glass. And I said, well, it's 140 yards. I said, listen, there's plenty of seats down the front of you. You can come down and you get a better view down here. He said, no, I'm I'm good up here on the roof. And so he wanted to be involved and decided to fire the rifle. And but that particular point in time, I was turning to look at the screen. I was pivoting to look and give some very important information. And he fired the rifle, and it was. I knew it was an American rifle because the bullet was very slow. Because as I turned it, I ducked the bullet, and I could tell why it was a slow bullet because as it got closer to me, I could read some writing on the bullet, and it said, "Made in China," and that's why it was so slow getting there. And it just sort of got past the ear, and that's it. So China, anything bought in China is no good at all. So who would care? So that's thank God he bought the bullet in China. I don't know where the rifle was from. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. You know that.
I'm just going to.
None of us are getting into the US
story.
now.
Should be told everywhere.
What's this? Welcome all. As you can see, we're making no trivia show great again currently.
Making it great again. Was it ever great? I think it was, but it was great before I came on here, so I suppose I'm just going to make it even greater.
We're going to do what happened on this day. So let's roll the credits for that one. Here we go. Right, it's that time, and let's go here. There we go, and then I can worry about the fingers coming up later. If you know, you know.
I've got fingers.
If you know, you know.
No,
All
but
right.
Kevin's got a calculator.
Oh, he's got a calculator. Oh gosh, here we go. Here we go. Danny, this is the part where they make fun of me because I kind of make a big botch of the names on this day. Let's see how badly I can do it. Let's go back up the top. There we go. Gosh, I haven't even got my glasses on. 1586, Walter Raleigh. I know I got that one right. Brings the first tobacco to England from Virginia. In 1689, the Battle of Killiecrankie.
What?
Sorry?
I didn't understand that at all.
Killiecrankie. Killiecrankie.
Is it?
Yeah.
Just put one down, Kevin.
No, you can't. If he doesn't know, no.
Okay, 10 then. Arguing.
Jacobite Scottish Highlanders under Viscount Dundee defect Royalist forces under General Hugh Mackay. There you go. Yeah, no idea what that one was about.
What happened with the Battle of what?
I don't know. I'm just reading what it says. It says Jacobite Scottish Highlanders under Viscount Dundee defeat Royalist forces under General Hugh Mackay. There you go.
I reckon there'd be a hell of a party, that night. That night, I reckon I knew.
Hey,
We're on the piss.
let's have a look and see. That was a bit downing on this day. There wasn't much happening. On July 27 birthdays, we've got Ludovico Sforza. He was born in 1452. Hans Fischer was born in 1881. I have no idea who either of those were.
They may not know you either.
Yep, no, I know.
Never met you.
Actors born on the 27th of July. We've got Triple H. He's 57. And Demis Hassabis. He's 50. Don't know who either of those are either.
That's got to be wrong.
Musicians born on this day. Maureen McGovern, 77. Still don't know who any of these people are.
But there's got to be a morning after. That was the theme.
Oh, is that her?
Adventure. Yes. Maureen McGowan.
Curtis Sheedy has said he might be the loudest in the world, but he needs a dictionary.
Thanks, Curtis.
Already? Bill Odie.
No.
No, he died a couple of days ago in 2020.
Did he?
Bill
No,
Odie.
that was Tim Brooke Taylor. Tim Brooke Taylor died in 2020 from COVID, yeah.
Oh, hang on. I think you might want to look up something to see if he did pass away.
I'll have a look.
Maureen McGovern, she actually won the Best New Song for that particular movie, which was the Poseidon Adventure. And she took it off someone else. I have a funny feeling it might have been Olivia Newton-John with Grease. I have a funny feeling. Yes, very, very possibly on that one.
That movie did a lot
Bill-
for cruise lines.
Yeah.
Did a lot.
Google is saying Bill Odie died on the 25th of July 2026.
Oh.
So yeah, but
2 days ago.
literally it's just but it's just coming out. But you've got to understand England's like a day or whatever behind us. So yeah, but it's only come out like about an hour ago. I was at 85.
Wow.
That
There
was
we go.
funny.
Rest in peace, Bill.
That was a funny
Go and
show.
see. Go and have a drink with Mum.
It was a funny show, Danny. Can you do any of the goodies?
Sorry?
Can you do any of the goodies?
Oh, no, not really. But I had a mate who toured him throughout Australia. I don't know how many years ago now, but not a long time ago. And drew big crowds. And the Goodies was a heck of a show. It was like Monty Python-ish stuff, the Goons, all that surreal nonsense and stuff like that, and it was funny. And they had some great sketches and
Hickey.
bits and pieces they did. Yes.
And then I remember one of their songs, string, 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 string. Everybody loves string. String, 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 string. Everybody loves string. Yeah.
Pull up your pants.
As you can see, Danny, I'm not a singer.
No. But you remember the Goodies, which is great.
Oh, look, hey, I remember coming home from school. I think the Goodies was on ABC or Channel 2 every night at 6 o'clock, I think it was.
6 o'clock.
And then it was then followed by Monkey Magic.
Yes. Yeah, the Japanese bloke. Yeah.
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 So yeah. So and then I remember every school holidays I would watch the ABC at 2 p.m. because they had the banana split show.
Yes. Yep. And they
See,
was amazing. Could never figure out what that show was about, but it was funny every time you watched it.
if you want to know a show that you don't know what it's about, it's a BBC program. It's a kids program. It's called In the Night Garden. I swear, whoever wrote that or produced it, they must have been absolutely smoking something severely before, honestly, it was really, really weird.
Out there.
All right,
and this show's weird. It was even weirder than this, and that's saying something.
my first. Hang on, let's try looking at this show. Okay, yeah. My first trivia question before we get into everything tonight. So my first trivia question is, and I'd love Danny to do an impersonation of this. What movie did this come from? You Can't Handle the Truth. Danny, can you do that one for me?
You want answers? I'll give you answers. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth. Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls have to be guarded by men with guns. Who's going to do it? You, huh? You, Lieutenant Weinberg? It goes on and on and on and on.
So what does that movie come from? That should be easy for everyone.
No. Where does that come? What movie does that come from? What?
That's what I said.
Anyway, okay, fine.
I was thinking about, I was thinking about running for president of the United States myself because I was inspired by another movie, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Nurse Ratched. I wouldn't say she's a dog, but when she gets in the car, she rides with her head out the window. But anyhow, turns around 3 times before she sits down. It's a dead giveaway. So
Curtis James says A Few Good Men would say Jack said that. Okay, so we won't say whether it's correct yet, but we'll see if anyone else comes in. We've got what's this? 2 names was all I counted. Okay, let's see if anyone else comes up with an answer. Gee, I think we made it too bloody complicated for them.
No, I think what it is that everybody's on like playback kind of thing, so they have to just go and press live, so they see it. So that could be it.
Peter Corbett says A Few Good Denny's. Okay. Dear. So where was that quote from? You can't handle the truth. A few. Come on. What do you think the answer is, Bolty? No one's answering at the moment. They must be on really, really, really slow.
Yeah, I'm going to say A Few Good Men.
Hetty agrees with you.
Who's that? Paul Baldwin, A Few Good Men.
Yeah, what a great picture that is of that great guy, Paul Baldwin. What a spunk he is.
Kevin, what do you think the movie is?
Well, both of us say A Few Good Men.
Okay, all right. Has anyone else put anything up there?
No, I still think that needs to come up to live anyway. Okay.
Oh, hang on. Jack said to Tom, A Few Good Men was said pretty cruisy, says Curtis.
There you go.
All right. Well, okay, I'll take it then. Curtis will get a thing for that. I wonder, I haven't seen Rabina here yet. Is she here?
I think she's travelling at the moment.
Oh, okay.
So, Anne McLennan has come all the way over from Perth. She's now in Wollongong because, as we said, Wollongong is the centre of the universe.
There we go.
Was it discovered by Jules Verne?
No. It was discovered by, I guess the Aboriginals, but, that's life.
So
No.
seeing Robin is traveling, we might not have winners of segments tonight. But
I
that's
will
okay.
just make them up. That's okay.
You make them up.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, good enough.
Okie dokie. Bolty, what's your question? And you
Okay, so
you can see if Danny does know.
yeah. Okay, I'm not going to come from a movie, but I want everybody to actually tell me who said, and Danny, this is this one. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Would you like me to elaborate on that for you?
Oh yes, please.
Well, when I first talked to Miss Lewinsky, she said, "Do you have any protection?" I said, "Yeah, I got a couple of guys out in the car." But yeah, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. It depends on the definition of it means,
Mm.
and that's you got to get it right. I did not have. I one time I was with this band, and they're a very poor band. They hadn't that much money. Only had one cigarette with them, and they were passing it around. But I did not inhale.
Actually, can I tell you a joke?
Yeah, go on.
How does Bill Clinton annoy? Oh God, what's his wife's name?
Hillary.
Yeah. How does Bill Clinton annoy Hillary when he's having sex? He rings
no
her.
idea.
He rings her.
Very good.
Oh, dear.
Oh, see, now that's what you call comedy, Joseph.
Okay. All right. No one is answering anything. Well, I suppose that's an answer. Monica Lewinsky's mistress or Hillary's first lady, Bill.
Yeah, no, who said it?
Yeah, who said it?
So it would have to be. Yeah, I think, as I said, people out there in YouTube land, all you need to do is touch what you're watching, like if it's an iPad or a phone, and see the little red line and put it straight up to live, right up the end. And then you come bingo straight to where we are now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, we won't keep it going. What's the answer?
That was Bill Clinton.
Excellent.
Or I think his name is William Jefferson Clinton, isn't it?
William Jefferson Clinton. That's him.
That's right. Yes.
From the voice himself. Kevin, what's your trivia question?
Right. Okay. I did have it. Oh, yes. Where's it? Where's my notes? Okay. So, what Hitchcock film has a connection to Joe joining Open Mic Magic Theatre?
What Hitchcock film has Joe what?
Has a connection to when Joe joins my show, Open Mic Magic Theatre, every Wednesday morning for the.
Which movie?
What? North by Northwest. The Birds. Vertigo.
Just take a guess, people.
Oh. Is it something like, like Broken Mirror? No. I've got no idea. I don't even understand the question, Kevin.
He's looking through.
Well, whenever Joe joins us on Wednesday, it's early for him and he's in the shower.
Oh. I hope he's not. Wait. I hope that he hasn't got the camera on.
No.
Thank Christ
So
for
you're
that.
saying Psycho.
I'd say that's what he's trying to say. So can you do something from Psycho, Danny?
I don't understand the question. I do know that Mr. Hitchcock did make many, many good movies, but I didn't know they were good movies until people told me. All I know is I looked through the rear window. I had a tightrope, and I got vertigo looking through the rear window.
Did you see the birds when you were looking through the rear window?
I forgot to mention the birds.
Ah,
Probably the most famous movie that I ever made was called The Birds, and they were bloody. They were absolutely bloody. Undignified, untamable. They pooped everywhere, and glad to get rid of them. Actually, can you tell me the name of the Australian actor who played one of the lead parts in The Birds? Famous Australian actor.
George Lazenby.
No, before him, actually.
Before him.
Yes.
Oh, right. Chips Rafferty.
He was actually a big, worldwide, very famous movie actor at that time, and I helped make him more famous.
Errol Flynn.
No, a bit after him. We're talking the 60s.
No.
I'll give
60s.
you. I'll give you a hint. His initials are RT.
Ah, right. Curtis James has just come in and said Rod Taylor.
Correct.
Good old Curtis.
And who was the lead actress? Who was the lead actress?
Oh, not Vivian Lee. She was in. Who can't mind? It was before I was born. Out.
I was only very young myself.
I don't know.
The lead actress was
R2D2. I don't think R2D2 was in Psycho.
Who was the name of the famous actress who died in the shower?
Jessica. No?
Jessica Lee.
Not The Bird, sorry, Psycho.
Psycho.
I got movies mixed up.
Jessica Tandy?
No. No, in The Birds, the lead actress was Tippi Hedren.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very
Interesting.
unusual. But the lead actress in The Psycho, who was killed in the shower, was Jamie Lee Curtis's mother.
Really?
Janet Leigh.
Ah.
There you go.
Yes, okay. Yes, because
Now,
because then she married Tony Curtis, didn't she?
You can go to bed tonight and you know something that you didn't know yesterday, which is absolutely useless.
So, yeah, no, sorry, everything
Pieces
just
of information.
stopped.
Pieces of information.
Yeah, everything just stopped for me and then it came back on. So, yeah, because Janet Leigh married Tony Curtis, didn't she? And then that's Jamie Lee Curtis.
That's it.
See, I'm not as stupid as I look, but boy, do I look it.
Yeah. No, I'm going back a long time, so I don't
Yes,
expect
that's right.
to know this. But everybody's
Never heard of her.
Everybody's got the internet at their fingers and they go like this and that. But if you know it off the top of your head, you know too much stuff.
Yeah.
The funniest thing is, Danny, I do a trivia show at one of the local clubs here in Wollongong, and one night one of my friend's mothers came and she Googled all the answers and still got them wrong.
That's got to be the bane of trivia quizzes.
Tell me about
where people are, to try and stop that kind of stuff.
She got it wrong.
Well, there's no fun.
Yes,
you can just look it up straight away. But when you get to my age now, and you can't remember certain words, and you've used these words a million times and all this stuff, and you get to a point where you go, I just can't remember that bloody word. And it might be whole kit and caboodle or something like that. And you go, the whole kit. And one of your mates goes, have you finished that? You haven't finished that. What do you mean? It's the whole kit and caboodle. And you go, Yeah, okay. And that's something from 50 years ago, right? And but there's certain things where you're trying to find the word and you just
Oh,
can't
tell me.
find the bloody.
I've since COVID and all that, I just have a problem with word association. So it's a
Yeah.
case like what's it called? If I'm talking about a caravan, I can't remember the word caravan. I have to say, yeah, that thing that you put on the back of your car and you go on holidays and then and tell them all about it, and they go, "Are you talking about a caravan?" I go, "That's it," and then they just look at me just like I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Uh,
But it's fun. It's kind of fun in its own way. You have younger people go, "What's it like getting old?" And you go, "Well, I can only tell you as long as I live." So I don't know what old is. I'm old now, but how old am I going to get? So
that's right.
Yeah.
It's the
all
same
I can
as
tell you is it's an adventure every day.
Friday. I walked into a room to get something, and I actually walked in, saw my nephew there. I went hi, and I actually forgot what I went into the room for, and it took me about another 20 minutes, to actually remember what it was. Stay there. My cat is, is meowing. I'll have to come back.
Let's just play a moment with Audrey, and then we can come back and talk to Danny about his career. So here is a moment with Audrey. Here we go.
What type of doctor is Dr. Pepper? A physician.
Oh,
There we go. A physician. Gee whizzy. My daughter
That's
is.
really bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
A picture of Mr. Teller.
she did. And we also got one with Penn as well a bit
Okay.
later on.
Yep.
Yeah,
She
but
was.
the problem is that he ran out of ink, didn't he, Pen?
Mr. Penn Jillette. I read some books that he wrote. He's a very interesting author when he writes, because they live interesting. Magicians are interesting people because they're always inquiring minds, always inquiring about different things, and I've always admired magicians who have put those hours into to do the things that they do, especially the card guys and things like that.
Well, you're gonna love later on today, Danny. We got a treat for you.
Yeah.
See the person there?
Yeah.
Oops.
He's a magician.
He's a
He's the
magician.
wandering magician.
The wandering magician.
yeah. It was
Yeah,
people
'cause he-
wonder if I'm a magician.
Does he wander off a lot or something?
Well, you never know. He does go walkabout, So, So, Danny, tell us.
After we've had a bit of a chat with you, we'll get this person here to do something for you. So there
So,
you go.
Danny, tell us.
Go, Bolty.
Oh, thank you. So, Danny, tell us how you got into doing impressions, and what was the first impression you ever did?
I've been asked the question a lot, and basically I can remember back to cartoons and watching them on television and in movie theaters and things like that, and basically just mimicking the voices. And I think it's down to I like sounds. I don't know what it was, but it's just sounds and the different sounds that you can make and what have you, and intrigued about where they came from. It's like music. How do you get that sound from the whatever you're using, the piano or the guitar or whatever it is, right? And so, yeah, cartoons. And I was...
Yeah, what's up, Doc? I'm looking for some carrots. Have you seen any carrots around here lately?
Carrots, that dead bleamed rabbit. I'm gonna blast you when I says whoa, mule.
means whoa. Hello, I'm hunting wabbits. Have you seen any wabbits around here lately? All that stuff. I just copied the voice and as I heard it, and I would drive people nuts doing that, obviously. And as a little kid, they say, "Yeah, just don't mind him. He's a little kid." But it stuck with me. It stuck with me, and then I watched movies. And when I went to boarding school, when I was like, when I first went to boarding school, I was 5, and I just had a little mini reunion last Friday with a bunch of guys out of our class. There's probably about 20 of us there. And we went to school, 50, 60 years ago. And it's the conversations just pick up from wherever we left off. We know one another that well because we spent so much time together as children and then into adolescence and that. But getting away from it, every Saturday night or in primary school, boarding school, we used to have movies on a Sunday night. And so Monday, I was mimicking whoever we saw in that movie the night before. We'd had a couple of movies. And the thing about our school was we used to get some of the movies that were just released, some old ones, and we'd get an old one and we get a new one and that sort of stuff. So we got to see all the movies of the day and got into high school, and it was the same thing on a Saturday night. We had movies. And so I'd be mimicking those people the next day. So if we saw a cowboy movie that had John Wayne in it, and Jimmy Stewart and Walter Brennan and some of these people, well, the next day I'd be talking like John Wayne or trying to do Jimmy Stewart, blah, blah, blah. Now, I imagine I'm a little kid, so I'd be probably trying to do him in a voice like that, something up there. And then Walter Brennan really intrigued me. He released 2 albums, and he had a hit single called Old Rivers. How old was I when I first met Old Rivers? I can't remember when he weren't around. That old fella did a heap of work, boy. Just spent all his life just walking plowed ground. So I would just mimic these voices and try to channel them, and I wasn't that good back in those days, I don't think at all. But as I got older, I remember getting to about 15 and I started collecting comedy albums. And the Goon Show, Nettie Seagoon. And then, of course, you're talking about Eccles, all this sort of stuff. And Nettie's Blue Bottle, what you doing there? What you doing? Oh, I'm not doing anything. Well, you're doing it very well, all this sort of stuff. And I would just copy this stuff, and I started collecting all these albums, and I probably had about, at the end of about 120, 150 albums, different comedy stuff and such, and also music. I love music. I could sing when I was a kid. I was in the Stedfords, singing contests between schools and stuff like that, and in choirs. And but I could never take it seriously, so I would change the words to the songs and make it funny. And so then after that, at parties, you pick up the guitar, start playing, and do some funny songs and some voices and some jokes and all that sort of stuff. I got to a point where in the mid 70s I started doing some stupid stuff that I'd written, and then I copied, other things that I'd heard and what have you, and took jokes and put them into sequences and stuff like that. And I would start to learn the voices, Humphrey Bogart and Jimmy Cagney, and Cary Grant, Judy, and all this sort of stuff. So sometimes I was just copying these people I saw on television called impression. I didn't know what an impression was. I just knew that was the name they gave them. And so yeah, I'd see a funny guy on TV and I'd just copy that, and I didn't take it all that much seriously. And then I got into after my late teens, performing. I used to play rugby league back in the 70s, and so what would happen was that you, after the game's over or in the sheds, pull out the guitar, start singing, and doing all the voices and things, and just having a great time. The other club, these other clubs of mine, they said, "Oh, do you do a bit of a show, do you, mate?" And I go, "No, not really." But they said, "Oh, come over, we'll give you $20 and all you can drink." I thought, well, you haven't seen me drink, so
Yes.
I drank more than $20, but I got to take $20 home. So it was just like that. And then there was a friend here, a friend to show up is Paul Sharrett on the Gold Coast. Pommy guy had come out here, and he was producing shows on the Gold Coast and that. And he got into television. He had a show called Stairway to the Stars, and I had a go at that, and went on that. And I didn't think much of it. It was just, go and do this funny turn, and I think you get $25 or something like that. And so that led to other things. I'd go on radio shows and just tell jokes and things and what have you. And then 1980 came along, was Rugby League New Faces. There was a show made up of rugby league players from Sydney and Brisbane, and doing stupid stuff, funny stuff, and it rated its head off. Everybody used to watch this show, and there were just footballers making fools of themselves. So this local lady, Lynn Keys, who was a very good friend of mine, and she said, "We're going to get you on the show." And I said, "I don't know about that." But anyway, I got on the show, somehow finagled on there, and then I started doing these routines that I'd sort of perfected. They only wanted about 4 minutes or 5 minutes or something. And I ended up doing Frank. That was the first time I'd done Frank Spencer on TV, I nearly didn't make it here tonight. I was driving down the road in my little car, and I pulled up at the traffic lights. A lady pulled up beside me. She rolled her window down and she said, "Pig." I rolled my window down and I said, "Cow." And then I drove off and hit the pig. So I was doing all this stuff. I was in in Parramatta Leagues Club with 800 people there, this live television show, and they're all laughing. I'm laughing. We're having a great time. So I ended up winning this show. And the year before, if you won, it was like a cruise for 2 people. And I had a roommate, like a flatmate. I said, if I get on this show and if I win the cruise, I said, we'll go on the cruise. He said, yeah, beauty, that's what we'll do. Anyway, that year it wasn't the cruise. It was $1,500 cash.
Oh, okay.
So I ended up getting the $1,500, and I go, okay, what do I do with this? I was rich. So I had actually a couple of professional comedians that I knew, because I'd always go and watch them work. I would always go. I loved watching live shows, and I loved watching the comedians work, especially, and the musicians and things. And a couple of them said to me, he said, "You should have a go at this, like professional." I said, "I don't think so." And he goes, No, you should. Anyway, one of them was Don Big Daddy Martin. He's no with us any longer, but he was a great comedian, and his family, they're lovely people and that. And he said, "Look, if you're going to do it, I'll give you some tips." He said, "Go and buy yourself a tuxedo. Do you play an instrument?" I said, "Yeah, a guitar." I said, "Get a good guitar." He said, "And get a good sound system that travels with you in your car, because sometimes when you get to these places, the sound systems aren't very good. If you've got one in the boot of your car, pull it out and do it." And it was great advice. And I said, what about the show? He goes, "Oh, do anything you like," sort of thing. But he said, "I like how you do all those voices." He said, "Keep on doing that as a feature of your act." I said, "Okay." So I kept on that, and I was really interested in it. I ended up on TV shows like New Faces with Bert Newton, and other, telethons, things like that. They'd ask you to come and get on. So I'd write routines, and I got very serious about it. The first 2 years I starved, but about 82, it started to pick up, and by 83 I was starting to move, and it was exciting to do that. And I travelled. I lived in Queensland, and I travelled. I lived in New South Wales for about 6 months at one stage, but all my work was getting asked to come home, so I moved back home, and then I started to travel all over Australia, doing TV shows. We did Hey Hey It's Saturday, the midday show. All sorts of things. In Melbourne they had the Don Lane show. I ended up doing that. I did. Each one was like a level of you being accepted and as a professional comedian, entertainer. And so I would keep writing. I would keep looking at my craft. Traveled overseas in 87. Went to Los Angeles and worked at the Comedy Store.
Oh yeah.
With a few other Australian acts and what have you, and so that was interesting and exciting. We picked up an agent over there who wanted to put us in Vegas, and but that didn't sort of come off at the time. But many years later, I got to work in Vegas, and but yeah, after that was Hey Hey It's Saturday. It was Ernie Sigley's show.
Oh yeah.
Was
that the one with Denise Drysdale?
Yes. And
Yep.
Denise lives up here now, just up the road from me.
Oh,
so-
yeah, that's right. She did move up to Queensland. So
Yeah.
Curtis Sheedy, okay, has asked a question.
Yes.
I don't know, because you can do because you can do really good impressions. Can you sing like him? So, like, say Tom Jones, right? Could you actually sing like Tom Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you could do that as well. So that's no. I'm not saying you should do it. I'm just saying, can you do it?
I could give you, yeah. Well, I love this. Well, when I first started playing the guitar and stuff, if I was mimicking movie stars, I was mimicking things I heard on the radio. So I couldn't sound like the Beatles. I was sort of looking, but you might do a. Let me see. Well, Tom Jones was. I do a routine on Tom Jones. Well, I met her in a bar. We jumped into my car and went to dinner. But when we got up to dance, I brushed up against the pants and felt a wiener. Oh, is she a lady? No, she's not a lady. I'm talking about, is she a lady? No, I think this lady is a guy. So, I would do that one. Used to do Joe Cocker. She's coming through the bathroom window, protected by a silver spoon. All that stuff. Just do Ray Charles. God, what song has to do with Ray Charles was Unchain My Heart. Baby, let me go. Bob Dylan. Used to do Bob Dylan. I do the Stones. God, blimey, hell, so Neil Diamond. Where it began, I can't begin to knowing. All that I know is it's growing strong. Hands touching hands, reaching out. Touching you, touching me, sweet Caroline. You know all that stuff. To do,
So,
I do
okay.
the Muppets, do Kermit and Miss Piggy singing. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side? Kermit, hi.
See, funny you say that, because with the one voice I've learnt. Okay, now I'm not going to be anywhere near as good as you, Danny, but you can give me a score out of 1 to 10. It's more going to be a minus, but there's four voices that I can kind of do, but you just have to go up an octave. The first one is Yoda. It's like, let's see how good 100-year-old you are. Put that up a bit higher, you get Kermit the Frog. Oh, goody, here's, it's like, welcome to the Muppet Show, yay! Then you go a bit more and you get Marvin the Martian. And it's like, there should have been earth-shattering kaboom. Where's the earth-shattering kaboom? Now, right, ready? And for our Australian viewers, okay, the last one is the ex-Prime Minister of Australia, Johnny Howard. Yeah, you're Johnny Howard. I lost my seat. Hey.
Very good.
So,
He sounded like a
Danny,
cartoon, didn't he?
he did. Danny,
Yes.
is it possible? I don't know. You've heard Bolty talking, you've heard me talking, and you've heard a little bit of Kevin talking. Would it be easy, or would it be hard to actually come up with a sound alike for one of us?
Oh no, yeah, it is. It's kind of it is difficult because there are certain ways that people talk, and you have to get. If I had a more clear stereophonic sort of thing, I could hear the real essence of the voice, where it is. And everybody speaks in a certain key. Everybody speaks in a certain cadence. Everybody's rhythm. I have a baritone voice, but I can get right up there if I want to, right up the top. So it's kind of like I've got this range. I'm able to mimic a lot of things, but some of them stump me, and it's just not like But I mean, I'd probably have to spend a little bit more time, and obviously have more of a sound that I can hear the whole full bottom end and everything. So probably in your presence or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean,
So
there's some people you meet straight away. And you go, oh yeah, you can take them on straight away.
okay, so you just said it, right? You're very good at numerous of voices, but is there one voice that no matter how you try, you just can't get it?
Well, there was many years ago. I idolized an impressionist called Frank. Here's one of these senior moments again.
Yeah.
He was the Riddler on Batman, the television series. Frank Gorshin.
Oh yeah.
And I loved Frank Gorshin, and he was. There was another guy called Rich Little in America who.
Yes.
And Rich probably had the greatest range of voices I've ever heard. But Frank was probably just a little bit before Rich's time, or it's around that time. And Frank was like an actor, a trained actor, but he could do these impressions, and he would get so deep into them. You went to see his live act; it was amazing, and he would do skits with lighting and music to make the sound effects and what have you. Absolutely magnificent show to go and see live. And he would do Burt Lancaster. And I couldn't get Burt Lancaster for a long time to save myself. And then I went to see him live, and I'm going, and I'd go out of the venue driving on the way home and be trying to do Burt Lancaster and blah, blah, blah. And then I came to see him twice more. And I remember it sort of came to me. It sort of dropped in there. And I started talking to Burt Lancaster. Oh, I want to say to you, sinner, do me a favor, sinner. Repent, sinner. I want you to repent like you've never repented before in your life. Well, you probably haven't. So therefore, I want you to repent. So, sinner, good boy, sinner. Good boy, sinner. I want you to sit down and repent. Now I want you to stand up. Now I want you to roll over. Roll over, sinner. Good dog, sinner. Good dog. So I'm doing all this Burt Lancaster one. The one that The one that no one did, I used to look for voices that no one did, and I try to think, and whoever it was that was popular or semi-popular, and I'd sort of try and grab it. And it was Charles Bronson. Remember Charles Bronson?
Yeah, yeah.
He was big in the 70s, right? And he sort of came and went as far as he was actually big late 50s, 60s, and 70s, but he didn't say much in his movies, didn't have a lot of dialogue until a little bit later in his career. And he did Death Wish in 1974. And so and there was a movie called Hard Times, which in Australia was called The Street Fighter, with James Coburn and Strother Martin and other actors and what have you. But Charles Bronson was this stoic hero character who I first saw in The Magnificent Seven, which was 1958, and then The Great Escape, 1960. So, but he didn't have a lot to say. But he didn't become he started then, but he became the big star in the early 70s, at the turn of the 60s and the 70s. So I used to come home and try and get this voice, and I just could not get it to save myself. And I used to pull out this movie, Hard Times, the Street Fighter. And so I'd be coming home from somewhere, maybe a night off, I'd been to the pub or something, and I'd put this videotape on the TV, and I keep the volume down until I bought a set of headgear so I wouldn't wake the family and things like that. And then
I do that now.
It was about 18 months. It was almost 18 months that I started, because you generally, if you see another impressionist do a voice, I can hear it and go, oh, that's the essence of it, so I can start working on it myself. But no one was doing him. And so, yeah, I have to construct this myself. And then one day I'm sitting there and I'm halfway through a bottle of Bundy, about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, right? This is true. And I'm sitting there and I go, geez, I wish this bloke was a singer. I can mimic singers better than I get on the singers better than I can on talking voices, right? And I said, if he only started to sing, I could sing the way he would. And I went, oh, that's it. I started getting him. And because I figured out he used to sing his lines, that the way he used to talk would be like that, going up, and then he would go down, and then around and come back this way, and he'd do this and he'd do that. And I realized his top lip didn't move. So if I just kept that like that, all I had to do was try to get the shape of the words coming out the right way. Do you believe in Jesus Christ? The guy goes, yeah. He said, well, you're going to meet him. Boom, So I started to get him. And then Stallone happened. So I started, I went and see as many Rocky movies as I possibly could. I didn't understand a lot of words he was saying, but then I started to do a thing, I got to worry with you, boy. Adrian, that's all you had to do, Adrian. And then Clint Eastwood come along. He didn't say much, So I'm looking at Clint Eastwood in Dirty Harry, the first Dirty Harry. Are you feeling lucky, punk? Because you'd have to ask yourself a question. Did he fire 5 or 6 shots? In all the confusion, I kind of forgot myself. But keep in mind that this is a 4.4 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world. Will probably blow your head clean off. I'd have to ask myself a question. Am I feeling lucky? Well, are you? Punk. So you learn that one. And then later on he went, go ahead, make my day. So that was a bonanza for me. He said like 3 lines.
Yeah.
Okay, so before
Yeah,
we
right.
go to a song,
Yep.
can you do Mick Dundee?
Mick Dundee, no, not really.
No.
Actually, well, I on a tape recorder back in the 80s. If you put me on a tape, I sound a bit like him, but I
So
can't
no,
actually.
that's not a knife.
Yeah, that's not a knife. That's a knife. I reckon any Australia could do better than me. But yeah,
Okay.
I can't. As Paul Hogan was something. I used to sound like him on a tape recorder for some reason or other. I used to talk a lot slower and a little bit more drawlish, back in the day. But going on stage kind of made me enunciate a bit better,
There you
And
go.
I don't do, can't do
We've-
Mick D.
We've got a what would you call it? A world premiere. Okay, so in 2 weeks' time,
Beautiful.
the Jive Aces are coming along. They'll be on the show. They have released a new album, and the single off their album is Mystery Train. So this is the first time the world has seen it. So here we go. The Mystery Train by the Jive Aces. Here we go. Oh, come on. I need to play. There we go.
Train arrived, 16 coaches long. Train arrived, 16 coaches long. Oh, well, it took my baby and gone. Train, come round the bend. Train, come round the bend. Well, it took my baby, but it never will again. Train, 16 coaches long. Train, 16 coaches long. Well, it took my baby and gone. Train, 16 coaches long. Train, 16 coaches long. Oh, well, it took my baby and gone. Train, coming down the line. Train, coming down the line. Well, it's bringing my baby, 'cause she's mine, oh mine.
There we go. Mystery Train. That's their single, and looking forward to seeing the Jive Aces on the show in about 2 weeks' time with Professor Tim Wilson as well.
That song reminds me of another song, and it's Train going down the line. I can't remember, but it's exactly the same tune and it sounds exactly the same. So Ian's done a very, very, very good job. So there you are, Ian. Okay. Round of applause for Ian.
Well done.
And the Jive Aces.
Now, this is actually a question that's going into another segment, but I think it was Curtis. He said, where is that?
Wait, I mixed up. Can you ask if
Can you do Penn and Teller for Penn and Teller?
No one can do Teller from Penn and Teller because he doesn't talk.
Okay, hang on. Over to Danny. Do a Teller for us. Well done.
Well, he can do it. Yeah, well done. Brilliant.
So that kind of brings it to this one. The Wandering Magician. Now, where would
that
be?
music come from?
I don't know.
Kevin, are you here, Kevin?
down
there.
I'm actually gonna bring you up to where I am. And
Can you hear us, Kevin? Can you hear Karen? Can you hear us? Don't be an idiot, Kevin.
Yeah, I can hear me.
I've got to work with Danny. Jesus, how can you soar like an eagle when you're surrounded by turkeys?
We built you up.
Yeah.
To
knock me down again.
Yeah. Okay. Go for it.
Okay. Hi, Danny. Can you hear me all right, Danny? Seriously?
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
I'm part of this, am I?
You're part of the show. Yeah, part of this. Yes,
yeah.
You are my willing participant.
We are kind of.
What's happened to Balti here?
Oh, he's disappeared because it's going to be you and.
Yeah, it's always good to have Balti there as well because of his.
No, I needed something to eat.
Well, if you have a bite to eat, I can have a slurp.
I'll have a.
That's better. Right.
Water.
Oh, I've got two little bits of magic to show you today, Danny. And you choose which one we do first. We can do something with some cards, or we can do something with some movie posters.
Let's do the cards first, and we'll
do the cards first, and we'll come back to the movie posters. Okay.
Yep.
Right. So this has got nothing to do with the card trick. It's just let me find out the way you think. Okay. So you've got one here with a blue spot, one with a green spot. I'm going to turn these over and just keep shuffling these around like that. And I'm looking straight ahead. I'm not even looking at my hands, as you can see. And you just say when to stop.
Okay, stop.
Stop there, like that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so, Danny, I'm going to drop one of these to the table. Do I drop the one in my left hand, or do I drop the one in my right hand?
Right hand.
Drop the one in my right hand to the table. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see what you ended up with. You ended up with the blue one. Okay, that's good. Okay,
right.
Rather than the green one. Okay, so, Danny.
Yep.
Got a little pack of cards here, as all magicians tend to have packs of cards just sort of sitting around the house and all sorts of places.
Yep.
I'm going to go through them very slowly. Now, Danny, again, this is Joe's favourite little turn of phrase. If you were here, Danny, I'd hand the cards to you and you could do this.
Yes.
But obviously you're X thousand miles away, or if I go straight down through the centre of the earth and find Wollongong.
Brisbane. So he's in Queensland. He's not in Wollongong.
No, Balti.
Oh,
Balti.
Okay.
I found Balti's the centre of. Oh no.
The universe. He's right. Yeah, Joseph. Kevin's right.
Yeah. So, Daddy, I'm just going to go through the cards like this, And at some point, I just want you to say stop, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Stop.
Stop there? Okay. So,
Yep.
Danny, you stop there?
Yep.
Okay, so I can't possibly know what the card on the bottom is.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just have a look what card you came up with. The 5 of diamonds. If you'd gone one before, 2 of clubs, and if you'd gone the next one there, what was the king of diamonds, 8 of clubs. Okay, so you chose the 5 of diamonds.
Right.
You might have noticed this little wallet here with an envelope sticking out. I'm not going to do anything funny, just show you there's only one envelope there. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, and inside this envelope is one card. Okay, so if we open up this envelope and have a look, one card inside there. And it is
the 5 of diamonds.
The one you stopped at. Now, the incredible thing is, right at the beginning, I gave you the choice of 2 little things with colours on, and you chose the blue one.
Blue. Oh, bloody hell. Okay.
Far out.
Very, very good.
How the flying? Anyway,
Right.
I don't get it. I don't get it anymore.
This one involves my nemesis, which is blindfolding myself. But
right.
So I've got 2 packs of. I've got 2 packs of.
Danny, this is where we get more viewers because Kevin blindfolds himself.
Right.
I've got a set of movie cards here. They're movie posters. I've got 2 sets.
Okay.
Okay. So what's in this one? It's got the Clockwork Orange, Back to the Future, because lots of good movies there. And on the back of each one is the same, exactly the same. It just gives a list of the movies that are in the pack. Okay. Have a look. They're all exactly the same. Starts with Clockwork Orange and goes down to the usual suspects. Okay. So there's nothing to indicate on the back. It's just because these are collector's packs. The back actually lists the cards in the collection, and the same with these ones. Ocean's 11, Rambo, loads of goodies in there as well. And again, all of those are listed on the back. Yep.
Yep.
And I'll just show you another one just to show they're just all listed on the back. So, Danny, which of those did you spot anything in either of these that you fancy? Don't say. I'll just go through those very quickly, and I'll go through those very quickly. Choose one of those 2 piles to use. We could mix them all together, but it makes a huge pile. So,
right.
So which pile would you like?
Oh, I don't know. The right hand stack here.
My right hand.
Yep.
Yeah, the Ocean's 11 pile. So we get rid of those. So now I'm going to shuffle these up so they're in no particular order. And I'm going to try a different way of blindfolding myself. So I'm going to put that. Oh my God, that's horrible. Okay, I'm going to just put that up there for a second so I can actually more or less find where I'm at. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle these again when I've got that down.
Yep.
Is anyone out there? Are you still there, people?
No, not at all.
No, we're gone.
Not at all.
So
We're gone.
From what my memory recalls, that's the picture side, and that's the side with all the names of the films on. Yeah.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. So I'm just going to go through. I'll give these another shuffle. So I might have. My God, shuffling blindfold. I'm doing well, hey? Look at that. That's impressive. They didn't go everywhere. They didn't do a pickup routine where they go over and you have to pick them up. Anyway, so can you see the movies?
No.
Is that good enough?
Up.
Move
No,
it,
I mean,
move it
sorry.
Forward, move it forward of you. No, move it
Towards
forward.
me.
No,
forward.
the other way.
Away
Forward,
from
away
you.
from you.
Away from me.
Yep.
Away
Yeah.
a little bit more.
and then go to the right.
My right?
Yeah, keep on going. Yeah,
Yep,
keep on going.
stop.
Yep, stop.
Okay. So if I just go through these like this,
Yep.
and if you see one you particularly, I'd like to actually choose one where you know the lead characters and you can do as an impression afterwards as well. That would be good.
All right.
Don't have
Yeah,
to.
that one. Yep.
That one there.
No,
That one you got on
yeah,
your
that
hand
one
there.
there, the one you got in your hand.
Yep.
This one here.
Yep.
Okay, so I get rid of those. Okay, and that's the one you're thinking you'd really like, yeah?
Yep.
Hopefully it's face down.
That's
Yeah.
Yep,
face
that's
down,
right.
Yes.
Oh, goodness. Wow. That was not fun. That was not fun. So what I'd like you to do is to think of this movie.
Yep.
Okay. Get it in your head. Okay.
Yep.
And think of the scenario of the film. Look at me. What's it feel like?
Yeah.
Is it the past, the present, or the future? Think of the genre and think of a character. Ooh, pretty dark thoughts there you've got. Think of the first letter of the movie and the last letter of the movie. And then think of the first letter and just rotate the first letter in your head over and over, a bit like sort of P, 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 P. Was it Predator?
Yep.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
In present. Yes.
And you could have chosen any of those.
The Predator. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Predator. That's what I was after. Fantastic, incredible. I like the trick. Fantastic, incredible trick. I don't know how you do that.
So yeah, a nice picture of Arnie there.
It's Arnold there, very young now. He's very old.
Play the outro credits. Here we go.
The governor of California.
There we go.
What was he called? What was he called? The Governator, was he?
The Governator of California. I lived in California at the time, and you could go to Sacramento, where the capital of California is, and where he was at least, and he had a tent outside the building where he would go and smoke the cigars. So
really?
You could be out the front, you could see him, yeah, and we'd have meetings with people because he couldn't smoke inside the building. So he'd go out, he'd go out this little tent, and a beautiful tent, it's like looked like something out of the Arabian Nights, actually. And all the pillows and the couches and everything. He'd be there smoking away on the stogies, and he'd be having the meetings with the people. And he was a very popular guy when he first started. I said, and towards the end of his that career, I think he got voted back in again, and but he eventually just came to the conclusion. He just said, "This is the most bullshit business I've ever been in, politics." He said, "I thought the movie business was bullshit, but the bullshit is the politics. It's never ending. The problems are always there." And there's all these blokes, they always think they come in and solve things and what have you. And you go, no, mate, it just keeps going on and on and on and on.
There's a great cartoon. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but if not, you can watch it on YouTube. And all you have to do is type in Daffy Duck becomes a councilman.
Right.
Okay. And what is Daffy Duck actually becomes a politician and works on the council. And after about 15 minutes, Granny's there going, and talking about, the numbers and the speed humps and whatever, and it's curvicle and hexagon, And he just goes, nah, honestly. And this is why many people have asked me to sit for politics. And I go, no. And I go, but why not? You'd be great. You'll be great. Just watch this cartoon. And it says it all. So it's just type in YouTube, Daffy Tux does politics.
Daffy
It's
Duck.
great.
Yes, sir. I am Councilman
Yes.
Daffy Duck, and I'm no longer a counselor, sir. But yeah, it's
Now, don't do it all, Danny, but just give us the. I know that you actually did a thing with Daffy Duck doing A Few Good Men.
oh,
So
yes.
don't do it. Don't do it all. Just do it. Do it just a
Oh,
truncated version.
Yeah. You can't handle the truth. Son, we live in a world that has walls. Those walls have to be guarded by men with guns. Who's gonna do it? You? I don't think so.
There we go. Kevin, did you want to hear an impersonation of some kind?
Yes. Let's have a think. Okay. Yeah. Could you can do female as well as male?
Who?
You can do female as well as male.
Oh, not really.
Right. I was going to ask you to do Mary Poppins and do her famous,
Oh God, what was the
practically
movie?
perfect in every way.
Full of sugar helps the medicine go down. The medicine go down. The medicine go down. I mean, they took us to see Mary Poppins in the city. They didn't let us have that at the college, so they put us in these cars and buses and things. They took us into the city to see Mary Poppins, and I remember as a kid going out, looking at the movie and going, "Holy dooly," you know, because they had the animation with the live stuff.
Yeah,
Dick
like
Van
that.
did a dance with these penguins and all this sort of stuff, and as to a little kid, that was like, "Oh wow, how good is this?" You know.
Actually, I've got one
now. Very primitive.
I've got one. I've got one for you.
Yep.
Tell Lord Kevin how you enjoyed his magic tricks as Liam Neeson.
Well, I don't know what you're after. If it was a surprise, I don't have that. But what I do have is a particular set of skills that I've acquired over a long period of time. Used against somebody like you would be your worst nightmare. If you put the cards down now, I won't look for you and nothing will happen. But if you don't put the cards down, I'll look for you. I'll find you. And I'll tickle your fancy. Well, I don't know. Yes, indeed. I love Liam Neeson. Love all that stuff. I mean, Jason Statham. They say I like doing that sort of stuff as well. You know, I said, well, I can't remember the joke. No, I can't do that joke. I'll do another one. I love doing those sorts of things where I listen to a song on the radio and I try to sing in a talking voice, or I talk along with it or something like that, that as a practice thing. And so I will do the other day, I think, you know, the Monkeys theme came on, Hey Hey We're the Monkeys, you know. And that was another thing, 1966, 1967, when the Monkeys came on television. They were a rip-off of the Beatles kind of thing, like as an American idea of the Beatles. But their music was great. So I would do, say, Dr. Phil, you know, hey, hey, we're the Monkeys. We're just monkeying around. That's all we're doing. We don't you know, we don't want to make people unhappy. We just want to make them smile. Hey, hey, we're the Monkeys. Robert De Niro, you know, I gotta tell you, I don't like monkeying around. I really don't. I don't know. A lot of people look at me and they say, you know, you look like a monkey. I don't think so. But then again, you're allowed your opinion.
The one thing I've noticed, Danny, with you doing your voices, your face actually changes as well.
Oh yeah, it happens.
Yeah,
How-
no,
yeah, you do. Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like I inhabit the character. So you look at
Yeah.
the movie star himself, and you get into his body, kind of, like you're feeling like you're there. Al Pacino.
I've got a good. Sorry, I've got a good one for you, which is we're talking about the monkeys. So I'm a believer, sung by its author and writer Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond. Oh. Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. There's not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love. Ooh, love. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. 'Cause I'm a believer. Mhm. Like Justin Bieber. Mhm.
I mean, I know there's this Australian actor. Oh, I forget his name. God, he was. Oh, I know. I've had dinner with him. Oh God, Joseph. Who played Man from Snowy River? God,
Kirk
he was
Douglas?
engaged to Nicole Kidman. No. Anyway, forget his
no.
name.
Oh,
off the top of me. Tom Billingson. That's it. Tom. Yes.
Yeah.
So I know Tom because when he sings, he actually
exactly
sings
like Frank Sinatra. Yep.
Frank Sinatra as a
Yep.
young Frank Sinatra, and Nancy Sinatra heard
Yep.
this, and when she was producing, the life story of Frank Sinatra, she actually asked Tom to actually sing.
Yeah.
Okay, so the guy that was actually acting was actually miming, but it was actually Tom Billingson, who was actually singing, because a lot of those old recordings were, not too good to use in the miniseries. So yeah.
I like Sinatra's. I like to sing something out of character now. I'd like to sing something from the Stones. Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. They're a modern Stone Age family. I love that gag. But my favorite, funny you say Frank Sinatra, my favorite performer of all time was Dean Martin. And he, in 1964 or 1965, he knocked the Beatles off the top of the charts. The Beatles were all the rage, right, from 63 right through to 1970. But they dominated the charts the first 2-3 years with, like, they'd have the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 singles on the charts at times. And at any rate, in 64, I think it was, Dean Martin knocked him off the charts with everybody loves somebody sometime. Everybody falls in love somehow. Something in your kiss just told me my sometime is now. I feel sorry for all those people who don't drink, because when they wake up in the morning, that's the best they're gonna feel all day. I only drink to steady my nerves. Last night I got so steady I couldn't move. But yeah, I love Dean Martin. And I've actually done a Dean Martin show as a tribute. I had a good friend with me doing the musical directing bit, and I had two girl backup singers, and we'd do the Dean Martin show. We did it about 2 or 3 times, and a lot of fun. And of course, I'd be ad-libbing doing jokes and stuff between the songs as Dean Martin. And it just, I love all his music. My mum used to buy the records when I was a kid and play them. And like I said, I was mimicking people. So I'd be walking past a record player. When she put that on, she'd put him on, Engelbert Humperdinck, Tom Jones. And before that, it was like Johnny Mathis, look at me, I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree, all this stuff. So you imagine this little kid trying to mimic all these people and listen to these sounds and whatever. But Dean Martin was so easy and laid back and it relaxed, and he never took anything seriously. And when I was a kid, he was a big star with Jerry Lewis. It was Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis, and
Yes.
which was the 50s, you know. So I was born mid 50s, and I got to see all those movies all the way through, and they put them on a Sunday afternoon on television, and you'd watch Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis, and the Caddy had his big hit. When the moon hits your eye like a bigger pizza pie, that's amore.
When you
That's
call her
amore.
your pet, though she's shaped like spaghetti. Is that amore? You know?
So I used to do Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin together, and loved all that stuff. Sammy Davis was another one of the Rat Pack. Who can take a sunrise, sprinkle it with dew, cover it with chocolate or a miracle or two? The Candy Man. Oh yes, that little Candy Man can.
You
Loved
worked
all
with
those.
Sammy Davis, didn't you? Did you ever work with Sammy Davis Jr.?
Yes, I did. I did.
Yes.
Just towards the end of his life, he came to Australia and he got a Variety Award, and we're in Darling Harbour, and this guy contacted me about 6 months before. There was a surprise to Sammy that he was going to get this award. They knew he was coming, but they were going to spring it on him. And 6 months before, this guy wrote this song, and they had a verse given to an Australian entertainer. So we had Barry Crocker and Julie Anthony and Jackie Love and oh God, Norman Erskine was a singer. Was back in those days, and they gave a verse to me, and I was joined by my friend, Irish comedian, resident in Australia, Paul Martell, and we used to do impressions. So this guy thought it was a good idea we'd jump in this verse, and the verse was. He's the one who's Jerry Lewis. He's the one who's Humphrey B. He's the one who's so and so, and he's the one who's Jimmy C. So we would come on. He's the one who's Jerry Lewis. He's the one who's Humphrey B. He's the one who's Jimmy C. And he come on and all this sort of stuff. And the funny thing happened that night. They fly us in, and I see Jackie Love getting in a limo, and I was going to grab a cab. And I go, Jackie, you know, so I jump in the car with her, and I said to her, do you know the song? And she goes, nah, I haven't listened to the tape or anything, but I've been practicing it for a few months. And I said, oh, I'll give you a bit of a demo on the way there. We get there, everybody's rehearsing the song up on the stage, so we run through it about 2 or 3 times. Then we go upstairs and we did it again, showed her what we're going to do, which side of the stage you're coming on, and which way. So me and Paul are coming in from the right-hand side of the stage. But the show that night was like Barry got up and did a song from a circus. Julie Anthony sang a song. Jackie Love did a song. Norman Erskine did a song. So the night's going on very long. And they get Sammy up, and he said, I'd like to sing a song. And they go, yeah, okay. So he sings Music of the Night from Phantom of the Opera. And he put the mask on and the whole thing, you know, the music of the night. And he sang it beautifully, right? So then they go, boom, we got a surprise for you. And they bring a cake out, and they started this song. So Julie goes out to sing. Jackie comes on to sing. Norman goes out to sing. Barry Crocker goes on to sing. So then we're supposed to come on just after that. We've been sitting there all night at this dinner. We'd had dinner a long time before, and we've been into the red wine. And we decided that, well, we've been waiting a long time, and the red wine was having an effect. We thought we were in pretty mischievous sort of attitude at that particular time, getting way past midnight. So we're standing at the side of the stage. We went and took a bottle of wine with us because we knew it'd take that long to settle up, to set up the stage and that. So me and Martell are sitting there drinking this wine, and we're talking to one another. The stage manager comes over, shut up, you blokes, you know. I'm like, whoa, I got to keep it a secret, you know. Anyway, so when the time came on to do my stuff, the stage direction was that Barry Crocker is supposed to move across the stage in behind Julie Anthony and go, come on, guys, come on, you know, like a big theatrical come on.
Yeah.
And Martell's there going, you know, when Crocker comes across, when he does the come on, guys, when he turns his back and starts to walk away, he said, we go on, he said, push him,
I said, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. So, we're drunk as monkeys. We come on and sing. He goes, come on, guys. He turns around, he walks away. And I go, whoop, pushed him. He falls over. And we walk across the top of him onto the stage. The crowd's roaring, laugh, And I'm looking back at Crocker on the stage, and he's looking up at us going, you mongrels, They couldn't. And Sammy's looking at us going, who the hell are these guys? What are they doing, Because we're not exactly Hollywood, We're not exactly, the big stars. But it was funny. And then he lines up and he shakes hands. And we had a party with him afterwards, and it was very interesting to see him. He was a little tiny man, and he had these little hands, like half the size of my hand. But boy, what a dynamo! One of the greatest entertainers ever, and it was just a blast. Yeah.
But the question comes to mind: did Barry Crocker push you back, or did he have words with you later?
Oh, we had a few words. We just said he said, "What'd you do that for?" And we just went, "I said, just saying, good idea at the time, Barry." That's all.
So, Danny, you actually said that people have ways, like they speak in musically.
Kind of, yeah.
I do have proof of this because you might not be aware, but there is a little thing there down with Paul, Guinness World Records.
Enough is enough. Okay.
How did you segue into that?
Hey, Kevin, that was the worst. That was the worst segue I've ever heard.
Not really, because I've been auto-tuned.
Oh,
okay. Which is really weird. And you are correct. People have got music, and this has been auto-tuned just a little bit. But have a look at this.
My lords, my ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Canberra. Oh, yay. Oh, yay. Oh, yay. Welcome to Canberra.
There you go. So you can actually be auto-tuned.
Yeah, well, geez, that's something.
Can I have a quick little request? Because I know one of my all-time favourite early country and western singers was Glenn Campbell. Can you do "Gentle on My Mind"? That one you have got the is in your head. If not, don't worry.
Hang on, while I just get these lyrics here. I used to love doing Dean Martin singing the song. He had a great version of that. And but yeah, I could do Glenn for you. I hope I could do Glenn for you. Here we go. The whoops. Glenn Campbell. Oh, what a talent! What an absolute talent. The Rhinestone Cowboy came out. That was huge. The song.
Yeah, his daughter is in the UK. She tours around with her own show, and she does a couple of his songs as well during the show. But she writes her own music.
Who's that?
Ashley Campbell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's his daughter, or
that's his daughter. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, mate, what a talent! And could play that guitar. Something else, man. He was something else. And I remember him in True Grit with John Wayne. And I'll never forget that scene where the girl in the movie gets on the horse and rides across the river when they were on the barge, on the ferry, and Glenn Campbell said, "That's a Spitfire of a girl," and John Wayne goes, "Well, by God, she reminds me of me." I'll never forget that. So see what we have here. It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. That makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. And it's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds and the ink stains that have dried upon some line. that keeps you in the back roads by the rivers of my memory, and it keeps you ever gentle on my mind.
One of our listeners, Curtis G, actually, I think he's actually seen you several times. Curtis, can you actually just say where you've seen Danny? Because
Where
he's
I
actually, he's seen you.
Oh, seen me?
Yeah, he's seen
God,
you
I don't-
performing in New Zealand somewhere.
Oh, well, yeah.
So,
Over the years.
Curtis, let us know where you've seen him.
Yeah, let us know what it is. Where was it? Has he got
It'll
the
take
word
a
up?
while.
I mean, my favourite performing place was always the Stardust Room at Seagulls, which is not there anymore. And it was created in the 80s, and I worked there in the 80s and the 90s before I went to live in Los Angeles in the 2000s. It was a rugby club years ago in New Zealand. Okay. Well, it could have been anywhere. Probably Dunedin. I remember Dunedin. Bloody cold one night. I went there.
Oh, hang on. He's got another one.
There was a few others.
Oh, he's got to ask his dad.
Yeah, different ones. There's North Harbour in, was that Auckland? I'm not sure what that was. North Harbour. It might have been in Wellington. Might have been. I'm not sure.
I think North Harbour is in Wellington.
Wellington, yes.
Yeah.
I remember
But I mean,
go there one night, yeah.
I worked in New Zealand a number of years ago, 1990, 1991. The most coldest place on earth would have to be Invercargill.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been there. It is freaking freezing.
I can't recall being there, but I have been.
Yeah.
Like I say,
It's so
Dunedin.
cold. It's so cold you have sex with penguins. If it wasn't, it was a nun.
You leave my penguins out of it, Bolton.
See, that was a segue, Joe. See, that was a segue.
Anyway,
So cold.
we've got to move on to our last segment for the night.
So,
which
Joe,
is,
just before you move on, Curtis there's our friend of the show, Curtis, who was on the show a couple of weeks ago.
what was that?
We
Curtis.
lived in Oamaru, so most likely Dunedin.
Dunedin,
Right.
yeah.
That's Curtis Sheehan.
There we go.
That's right, yes.
All right, so we've got to play our final segment for the night, which is Ron's Records, and
Yay.
this is kind of something.
Danny, just remember, Ron's Records
Ron's
is
Records.
really good.
Is this
So-
the way one talks, is it?
No.
I'm going to get killed for that one.
Oh yes,
yeah.
you are. This is to give a reason of why Ron hasn't been on for the last few weeks. So
Yeah,
let's go
and
for
everybody's had to deal with me for 5.
it. Yeah, here we go.
I know.
Hi Giuseppe. Some viewers may have noted that while Ron's Records has been continuing, I've been absent on Monday nights as co-host. I have been at rehearsals for a new production at our theatre, Lionel Bart's stage musical, Oliver. So tonight on Ron's Records, I thought we should have a look at the soundtrack to that stage musical, Oliver. Lionel Bart's 1960s Oliver transformed Charles Dickens's 1839 dark novel Oliver Twist into an accessible and entertaining British stage musical. Bart wrote the book, music and lyrics himself, despite having no formal musical education and never learning to read musical notation. He developed melodies instinctively, humming them to arranger Eric Rodgers, who then transcribed them into notation. His score drew upon English music hall traditions, folk songs, street ballads and popular theatre. Numbers such as Consider Yourself, Food Glorious Food and I'd Do Anything have a cheerful communal quality, while Where Is Love and As Long As He Needs Me provide emotional contrast. In adapting Dickens's long and complicated novel, Bart greatly simplified the plot. For example, the complicated subplot involving Oliver's half-brother Monks, who tries to prevent Oliver from receiving an inheritance, was removed entirely. and the Maley family and some other secondary characters were omitted or reduced, allowing Mr. Brownlow, me, to become Oliver's protector. The musical concentrates on Oliver's escape from the workhouse, his meeting with the Artful Dodger, his life among Fagin's young thieves, and his eventual rescue by Mr. Brownlow. Dickens's sequences of social criticism, legal satire, and institutional cruelty were compressed into colourful theatrical scenes, softening the tone. Dickens's novel contains severe poverty, cruelty, criminal exploitation, and social criticism, and although these elements remain, the musical presents them through humour, lively songs, and colourful theatrical characters. Fagin, who was quite sinister, manipulative, and morally corrupt in the novel, becomes a humorous, charismatic showman, although his exploitation of children remains evident. The Artful Dodger is similarly transformed into a charming entertainer. Nancy's role is strengthened through her songs, making her loyalty, suffering, courage, and eventual sacrifice central to the drama. Bill Sikes remains threatening, preserving the story's danger, but much of the novel's darkest violence is reduced or kept off stage. Overall, Bart replaced much of Dickens's complexity and bleakness with music, humour, and spectacle, while retaining the central themes of poverty, criminal exploitation, cruelty, and a child's search for a home. Now, Carol Reed's 1968 Oliver is a lavish screen version of Lionel Bart's 1960 stage musical. This time Mark Lester plays the workhouse orphan who escapes London, where he is welcomed by Jack Wilde as the Artful Dodger and is drawn into Fagin's gang of pickpockets. Ron Moody gives Fagin warmth, comedy and energy, while Shani Wallace brings compassion and strength to Nancy. By the way, Ron Moody, who created the role of Fagin in the original 1960 production, was the only principal member of the original London cast to reprise his role. But in saying that, Jack Wilde appeared in a later West End production as Charlie Bates, one of Fagin's boys, but in the film he was given the much larger role of the Artful Dodger. There was also Oliver Reed's threatening, although non-singing, Bill Sikes, giving the film a darker edge beneath its spectacle. The picture won 6 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director. The film follows the stage story closely, but reshapes it for cinema. Vernon Harris's screenplay adds more dialogue and connective scenes, making the narrative flow less like a succession of musical numbers. However, several stage songs were removed, notably I Shall Scream, That's Your Funeral, and Bill Sykes' My Name. This reduces the comic subplots involving Mr. Bumble, Widow Corney and the Sowerberrys, while making Sykes more menacing. Conversely, ensemble numbers such as Consider Yourself, Who Will Buy an Papa were expanded through elaborate sets, crowds, camera movement and choreography, turning stage movements into sweeping visions of Victorian London. And now it's back to Giuseppe at the no-name trivia West End half-price ticket booth. But before we go, just a little bit of trivia. Were the Monkees and the Beatles ever on stage on the same night on the Ed Sullivan Show? Well, Ron, what the hell's that got to do with Oliver, I hear you asking? Well, the answer is it kind of does. Davy Jones, although not yet a member of the Monkees, was appearing as the Artful Dodger with the Broadway cast of Oliver and performed I'd Do Anything on the same night the Beatles made their historic first live American television performance. And that is trivia that wins competitions.
And there we go. That's the reason that Ron hasn't been with us.
But he's still really good.
You're terrible, Muriel.
I know. I know.
You are really going to get
Ryan's gonna, after he watches this, he's going to actually, I swear, give me a SMS and go, well, I can't actually publicize what he's actually going to say, so I'll just be waiting for it. So, Danny, if you were Ron, okay, if you were Ron, what would you say to me?
I forgive you.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
I hope so.
So, Joseph, would you like to know the winners for tonight?
Well, I've actually got. I don't know whether have you made some, because I know that someone else has made some.
Oh, who?
Curtis Sheehy.
Oh, okay, fine. So, but when is Ron returning to the show? Juan will be back on, presenting the show in a couple of weeks. So Scott, you got me for a couple more weeks,
He
unfortunately.
needs to come over and get interviewed on the Jonathan Wass show.
See, Ron doesn't have a list or anything like that. He talks he's got very, very good elocution. I don't know why I keep on going on about that, but Juan's records is really good.
So, Bolty, who are your winners? Let's do yours first.
Look, I would say, yes, Scott, yes, I've got it. Yeah, that's right. The hat. Scott, yeah, this is a message for Scott. The hat is on the way. Correct. So, Scott's. I'm sending Scott a Wollongong hat. He's sending me, it's one from America. Okay, so I've got 4 winners for today. I've got Curtis James. I've got Paul Campbell. I've got Anne McLennan. I've got Teresa Botwood, and come on, yeah, and we'll even put in Scott Allen in there as well.
I'm glad you put what do you call them? I can't even say.
You're too tired.
Reasons for winning. Okay, so.
Reasons because they just
Okay, so Curtis has Make Him an Offer He Can't Refuse award. It goes to Jim May. Can you do that one for me, Danny? Make him an offer.
We're gonna make. I've been worried about our account. I think he's been skimming off the top. So I want you to make a spectacle of him. I want you to take him out. I want you to shoot him a few times. I want you to get a nice pick, mess up his face a little bit, and leave it in the middle of his back. I want you to get some concrete shoes and with some chains, and weigh him down and throw him in the East River. But make it look like an accident.
Excellent. So the box of chocolate awards goes to Peter Campbell. Danny.
Don't you mean Paul Campbell?
Box of chocolates.
Well, yeah, Peter Campbell, but no, Peter Campbell, I think, is Paul Campbell's dad.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah. So, have you got the box of chocolates one, Danny?
Box of chocolates is Basil's box of beautiful flavored chocolates. I hope you stuff your face with these and don't mention the war. I did twice, but I think I got away with it.
Excellent. I don't think that's the one he meant, but that's okay. I love it. And to infinity and beyond goes to Bolty.
Hey?
Have you got that one, Danny?
Oh, the box of chocolates. I forgot. I thought the Forrest Gump you were talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was talking about that one.
So, my daddy makes grease. That's what he does. He just makes grease. But my mama used to say, life is like a box of chocolates. Never know what you're going to get.
Brilliant.
Can you say the winner is Balti, right? And just go on with it, but in the style of Billy Connolly.
Well, if you've tuned in late, you haven't missed a bloody thing. Because Balti's won something, and no one knows what it is, and we don't
Oh,
bloody
why?
care. We just, all we know is that we're coming to the end of this, for Christ's sake. Isn't it wonderful? That we're not really impressed at all. So, you know, I was traveling down the aisle in a supermarket, and my wife, the beautiful Pamela, she said, I took a box of beer, $30, marked down to 15. I put it on the trolley, and she come along. She said, "Hey, don't put that on there. You're not having that beer on there. Yeah, get that off." I said, "Oh, bro." So we're traveling down another aisle. She picks up a big jar of cold cream. It's $30. I said, "What does that do?" She said, "It makes my face beautiful." I said, "So is a case of beer, and it's half price."
Can I use that on my wife?
You can caution. I would caution. Like one of those
dear.
triangle things in front of you, a reflective triangle. While you do
Yeah, I think I must do. I think I must.
slow down for the accident about to happen.
Well, Danny, it's been an absolute pleasure in interviewing you tonight. You've been totally amazing, and just playing around with us and telling jokes and just saying things in totally different people's accents and whatever. What am I trying to say, Kevin? You take over. Literally, you've done a really good job, so we really appreciate it. So thank you very much.
Mate, it's been a blast. Thank you very much for inviting me on, and it's kind of a well, I don't know, it's a rarity these days to get asked on to do things and what have you. But yeah, only too pleased to do that, and I've had a lot of fun. And thank you, Kevin, with the magic and what have you. I toured many years and have been friends for many years with a fella called Phil Cass.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
And Phil and I worked. We worked the Comedy Store in Los Angeles together, and we worked a whole bunch of different places here in Australia and all around the place. And love magic, and so there's a shout out to Phil, and Baldy have been. Yeah, well, thanks, Joe.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
No, I've had a great time. Thank you very much.
Now we're going to go out with a
Thanks
song
for inviting me on.
called from Cassidy Jansen and the Jive Aces, but we need you to stick around for a little bit, Danny.
Yeah,
because you're going to be featured on another show in England.
Oh, okay.
We'll explain
Which
that.
is Kevin's show.
Yeah, actually, Kevin, just give a bit of a plug.
Yeah, the Open Mic Magic Theatre, which occurs twice a month, every second Wednesday, 9 p.m. UK time, and shower time in Canberra.
Definitely shower time, Canberra. So, do you want to go? Do you want to go into black and white, Kevin, so you can? Yes, so
I have to change my screen. There we are. Visual effects.
I love how Kevin tells us what he's doing on the computer. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
There we go.
All right, so go for it, Kevin.
Right. So as recently, quite a lot, not absolutely every time, but generally, we play out with the Jive Aces, the wonderful Cassidy Jansen, and I Want You to Be My Baby.
Good night, Danny. Good night, Queensland. Good night, Wollongong. Good night, Stella.
I want you. I want you too. I want you to be. I want you to be my baby. Will you please? Will you please please tell? Will you please tell me that you're gonna be my baby? Listen to your mama and you never will regret it. Cause if anybody wonders, you can tell them that I said it. The only thing I know is that I never can forget you. I belong for your baby ever since the day I met you. I got you where I want you. I'm never gonna let you get away from me. Do what I tell you. I'm gonna go for you, so you better start to face it. If you ever lose my love, you know you never can replace it. I think it's time for you to start giving me some loving. Cause I'm carrying a torch for you. It's hotter than an oven. It's time for you to give me a little toe down. Baby, hold me tight and do what I tell you. I want you. I want you. I want you too. I want you too. I want you to be. I want you to be my baby. Will you? Will you? Will you? Will you please? Will you please tell? Will you please tell me that you're gonna be my baby? Listen to your mama and you never will regret it. Cause if anybody wonders, you can tell them that I said it. The only thing I know is that I never can forget you. I belong for your baby ever since the day I met you. I got you where I want you. I'm never gonna let you get away from me. Do what I tell you. I'm gonna go for you, so you better start a feast. And if you ever lose my love, you know you never can replace it. I think it's time for you to start giving me some loving. Cause the current it's hard to is hotter than an oven. It's time for you to give me a little tell down, baby. Hold me tight and do what I tell you. I want you. I want you too. I want you to be. I want you to be my baby.
And the Jive Aces will be on the 10th, and they will be playing live. So looking forward to that. It's going to be a great night. I'm going to fade to black and kind of finish the show, but then I'm going to come back on because we do the kind of behind the scenes thing with Danny and Kevin for the show. So you'll get to see that. So I'm just about to fade to black. Bye. Stay safe. And behind the scenes happens right now. I think I've got to just move you there. Yep, that's where we were.
Yeah.
So there you go, Lord Kevin.
So this is what happens when what's the date now? So it's now.
Don't even worry about trying to find
out. I need to get today. So 27th.
Oh yeah.
So Monday the 27th here in the UK anyway. It's maybe still Monday. Is it still Monday for you? So yeah, it's not that late. Nearly Tuesday. Anyway, well, firstly we need Balti to give us a countdown.
Okay, ready, Kevin? Here we go.
I am ready.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
And thank you, Balti. And we need Ron back. That's an in-joke, Danny, because when Balti's not been on and Ron's been hosted, Ron does an impression of Balti doing the countdown. And it's hilarious.
And it's not really good at all.
It's really ridiculous. So, Danny, welcome. Thanks for all the fun and games we've been having on the No Name Trivia Show tonight. So it is the, what did I say it was? Look at my watch again. I was losing track. 27th of July 2026. And we're doing a little pre-record for Open Magic Theatre, which will occur at some time in the future. A date yet to be determined within the next month or so. And Danny, tell us a little bit about yourself. You are is it an impressionist or an impersonator? Which is the?
I think the impersonator is probably someone who does the full makeup, wigs, suits, or whatever costume, and the impressionist is a voice person who tries to match.
Yeah, but you do fabulous faces as well, so you get into the character.
When you get into the character, you think you become the character, like Robert De Niro. You know.
Yeah.
You can sort of you get that feeling about you put the face on and you're right there. You know, you talking to me, I'm talking to you. I didn't hear you talk to me, but I thought you were talking to me. You know. So
Of all the characters that you do, who is your absolute favorite?
I think it's the one that you're trying to get hold of. I'll tell you a true story. I was on a flight back to New Zealand or back from New Zealand in the days of when they still had the monitors in the ceiling of the TVs in the ceiling. You put the headphones on and you watch. And I saw the choice of movies was, it said The March of the Penguins, which is a documentary. And I'm thinking, it's a 3-hour flight. And I'm going, they're putting a documentary on? And, and I think, well, I'll give it 10 minutes and see what happens. But it was narrated by Morgan Freeman. And so I started watching this thing. And I'm not kidding, within the first 5 minutes, I'm hooked. And I'm sort of, when I looked around the plane and seen who was actually watching this movie, it went for like 2 hours, I think, and it was about the penguins in the South Pole and how they procreate. They come out of the ocean and they walk like 100 and something miles, to give birth to the new penguins, and then this is trivia about the movie, but the female gives birth and then gives the egg to the male, and then the female walks back to the ocean, fills up on fish, comes back to feed the newborn, and then the husband, and then her. It's like and how they meet is like they do all these different voices. There's a song that they all sing, and there's thousands of bloody penguins, but one links up with the one who's got the same voice as them. And Morgan Freeman's doing the narration, right? So I'm going to a couple of months later, maybe 3 months later, and generally speaking, when I do a rehearsal or what have you, the most boring part of a day is go and have a shower, and you do the same things in the shower, right? Everybody's got a habit what they do in the shower and what have you. So what I do to pass the time is I do voices, or I sing a song, or I do something just to pass the bloody time. Anyway, I was doing a routine about cowboys and Indians, and I used to use John Wayne, Jimmy Stewart, Walter Brennan, and finish up with John Cleese as the Indian. And they were asking permission to go through the pass. And I'd say, well, can we go through the pass, Pilgrim, or what? Oh, yeah, what we really like to do is go through the pass. Can we have permission? Yes, sir, Bob. I want to know if we can go through the pass. And then John Cleese would answer, go through the pass, would you? Oh, yes, all right. We go right through the pass. Step right through the pass. As you notice, you're walking over to the pass. You're stepping over the bones of my ancestors. Only been here about 3-4 million years, you rotten bastards. How dare you? Walking over the bones. Yes, go right through the pass. Stick the pass up your ass. Thank you very much. So that used to be the routine, right? Yeah. But I'm in the shower this one particular day, 3 months on from this movie, and this voice comes out. And I'm saying, yeah, you want to go through the past? Yeah, well, you probably notice you're stepping over the bones of my ancestors. I don't know. And I stopped myself and I thought, who the hell's that? And I'm going, it was a mystery to me who the voice was. So, finished shower, put your gear on, and I'm saying, I talked to my missus at the time, and I said, who's this voice? And I'm talking to her like this, how you doing, and blah, blah, blah. And she's just standing there, she's going, she knows my act backwards and that sort of stuff. She's going, I have no idea who you're talking about. And so about 3 days later, we're watching the movie Shawshank Redemption comes on TV. And Morgan Freeman comes up and he starts talking, my friend Andy Dufresne. And I'm sitting on the couch and I went, my friend Andy Dufresne. I went, that's the voice. And I turned my grass, that's the voice. And I'm thinking to myself, where did it come from? I didn't try to do it. I didn't practice. I didn't say, I want to do Morgan Freeman. It just came out. And it was kind of spooky. And I went, yeah, okay. So then I wrote this routine in the shower the next day, would you believe, in the shower? And it was all about a game of pool, written on racism and the colors of the balls and things like that. And it just came out word for word verbatim. And I just remembered this routine, and I started doing it from in Morgan Freeman's voice. So, yeah, Morgan Freeman is, well, he's just one of those voices that that just came out of nowhere. And to this day, I will repeat something I see or hear anywhere, and I try to mimic it as Morgan Freeman. And then there's others that have come in. Like Christopher Walken, it come out of nowhere at one time, and I did this thing, and I remember being in America once, and I'd go up and order, "Hey, can I get a burger?" The guy behind the counter's going, he's sort of looking at you. He doesn't know what he's hearing. Yeah, the way you cook them. I love them. I love the way you cook the burgers here. That's why I'm back. And the people on the line started laughing and stuff like that. And so I do things like that just to test them out, see if they're real.
Fantastic.
And, so I take some of those ones and over the years, love doing Michael Caine. I love doing Michael Caine. I was laying in bed with my next door neighbour Charlie last night, and after staring at the ceiling for about 20 minutes, I turned to Charlie. I said, "I don't think much of this wife swapping, do you?" And Sean Connery. Love Sean Connery. I used to. I went to my doctor. I had a checkup, and he said, "Sean, you're looking pretty bloody good." And I said, I feel pretty good too." He said, "I play golf almost every day." And he said, "Oh, that's good." He said, "Well, I've given you a checkup." He said, "But I just found there's not much to worry about, but there's something here that's a little bit. Well, it's worrying me a little bit. You've got a little tiny speck, a little smidgen of VD." And I said, "Oh, well, I must have caught that off a toilet seat." He said, "Well, you must have eaten it because you got it in your throat." So there you go.
Dear.
This is a late night show. So,
oh dear. So thanks for the Morgan Freeman. Just a comment for Joe and Balti, of course, so that Morgan Freeman did a documentary about penguins, not about Tim Tams. Not about Tim Tams. Tim Tams were never mentioned.
But the problem is that our Tim Tams are superior than your penguins, and it just goes to show, Kevin, no matter what you say, you are. Okay, I'm going to say this in the way of my 7-year-old daughter when she was 7. Whatever, massive loser.
Anyway, so Danny, earlier on the No Name Trivia Show, among all your lovely impressions, yeah,
yes.
We did a bit of magic for you, and I'm going to play that in now, and that'll be edited in now, and then and we're back. Anyway, so thanks again ever so much, Danny, and I'm sure. Big thank you from Joe and Balti too for a wonderful show today. It's been really great fun, and hope to see you again in the near future.
Oh, for sure, and then all the best to everybody. Thank you.
Bye for now. Bye.
Excellent. Now, hang on. Don't go away. Hang on. I'm going to fade to black so I give you the cue. And I'm back, and then I will end stream.
Okay. See you.